Hey, what's up, soldiers? My name is Greg FPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome to day 3 of World War II Zombies Top 5s, where today we're going to be doing the top 5 characters in World War II Zombies. Now, this was completely voted by you guys on the video from yesterday, where we counted down the top 5 wonder weapons in World War II Zombies. So I took your comments, I tallied them up, and this is the list that I got. Now, there's a tie in there as well, and I really think this is a good list because I personally agree with it for the most part. Now, I want to know if you guys disagree down below in the comment section. Let me know your favorite character from World War II Zombies, but also let me know for tomorrow because we're going to be doing the top 5 hardest boss fights in World War II Zombies. So let me know which boss fight you think is the hardest out of all the different maps, and that would be definitely great to see from you guys down below in the comment section. So without further ado, before we get into it, if you do enjoy, please drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and also I'm selling Zombies Extraordinaire shirts, so if you want to pick one up, the link will be down in the description. So without further ado, let's get right into the top 5 characters in World War II Zombies history voted by you guys. Coming in at the number 5 spot, we have 2 different characters. The first one is going to be Dr. Straub. Now, his full name is Peter Glucksbringer Straub, and as you guys know, he was the main antagonist in the World War II zombie storyline from the Final Reich all the way through until the Shadowed Throne, where he eventually was killed by his own invention, the zombies. Now, the really cool thing about Dr. Straub is he was a really like maniacal character that was really evil, and overall it was just like really cool how they tied him to actual historical history. We know that Adolf Hitler was actually the one who contracted him to create an army that never got tired, that never slept, that was not afraid to die, and he ended up using the Geistkraft technology to create an undead army for Nazi Germany. And he's just a really cool character, voiced by Udo Kerr, I believe. And overall, I just love like everything about this character. It was so cool to see him develop, and also it was crazy how they killed him off in DLC 2 on the Shadowed Throne. Was pretty nuts. No one really expected that. Everyone expected him to be, going through the entire story. We also saw him on the belt of the God King in the final boss fight on the Frozen Dawn, which was really cool. So overall, definitely an awesome character, and he comes in at the number 5 spot. Alright guys, we also have one more character in the number 5 spot, and that is going to be Rideau. Now, as you guys may or may not know, Rideau is kind of the one that is in charge of everything going on. He's in charge of the Bureau of Archaic Technologies, and he's also in control and kind of giving direction to the 4 main characters that we see within World War II Zombies. Now, overall, he does have a very, very significant role, and you can actually play as him if you've unlocked the BAT Elite character on the Final Reich, which is awesome. It's awesome that he is actually a playable character, and I ended up only finding that out because we were told by Cameron Dayton that he was actually that character, which is definitely really cool. Now, Rideau had a lot of involvement. I remember, like, the most iconic thing that I remember from Rideau throughout this entire storyline was in the beginning when he was kind of giving the characters, like, directions right before the Final Reich. And also when he rides up on a Jeep in the final cutscene on the Shadowed Throne and saves the characters from the Meistermuschler by running them over in a Jeep. That was really cool as well. So Rideau comes in at the number 5 spot along with Dr. Straub. Coming in at the number 4 spot is going to be one of the characters that I thought had one of the biggest impact, and she is Marie Fisher. Now, a lot of people would consider her to be the leader of the 4 main characters throughout the World War II storyline, and obviously she has a significant role because Klaus Fischer was her brother, and also Heinz was also there. So you get to see all the different things, like in Middleburg, that was her hometown, so you see that going on, and you see her father's like toy workshop and all that, and also he made like the Jack in the Boxes and different things going on. So overall, she played a huge role in the storyline for World War II Zombies, and definitely one of the coolest characters in my opinion. I loved her quotes, and I loved how she was tied to this whole thing the entire time with her family and everything like that. So it was definitely really, really cool, and she's definitely one of my favorite characters from the World War II storyline in general. Coming in at the number 3 spot is going to be the Witched Warden, which is actually the zombie character they unlock after completing all of the different Easter eggs in World War II Zombies. Now, this is a character that I unlocked, and I think this is by far the coolest playable character that you can get in World War II Zombies. It was basically the one character you unlock for completing all of the Easter eggs, so it's the full Easter egg reward, and it's definitely really, really cool. Now, I was not really expecting people to vote for this one, to be honest, but I guess it is a really cool character in general. I was kind of more expecting like actual characters that played a role in the storyline, but obviously, zombies played a pretty significant role. So the character is called the Wicked Warden, and yeah, definitely really cool because you can literally play as a zombie. You see the veins in the hands, and half of his torso is blown off and everything like that. So definitely really, really cool. And the zombie comes in at the number 3 spot. Coming in at the number 2 spot, surprisingly enough, is Klaus Fischer. Now, he is Marie's brother, and he is also fused to the Panzer Mortar in the final boss fight on the Final Reich, which is really cool. Now, effectively, he ends up dying because the Panzer Mortar dies, but the main like crew end up using the power of the hilt to revive him, and that's what you see in the end when you complete the hardcore version of the Easter egg, which is really cool. Now, obviously, Klaus ends up dying, and we see him. He's kind of like the Rook, the one in charge of helping the 4 main characters become the Raven Lords. In the end, we see this in the final boss fight where he gives them the Geistkraft energy and power. So overall, a really, really cool character in general. Really, really interesting stuff, I would say, with Klaus in general. And we see him like in the cutscene walking and all that sort of thing. So anyways, guys, Klaus Fischer comes in at the number 2 spot. And coming in at the number 1 spot, I was actually very surprised by this one. It is Drosten. This one got by far the most votes out of any of the characters, and I think a lot of people just really like Drosten in general, just for like his quirky remarks that he has, because he's kind of the only character that provides comic relief, I would say, where he has some funny quotes that, don't really belong in a World War II that's so dark and all that sort of thing, but he does have a couple really funny remarks that you'll hear in like cutscenes and just while you're playing in general, and he has that thick Scottish accent and everything like that. So definitely a really, really cool character. I was not expecting him to be number 1 at all by any means, but Drosten Hind is just, I guess a lot of you guys really like him, so I can't really complain about that. He's definitely one of my favorite characters as well in World War II Zombies, so he comes in at the number 1 spot. So anyways, guys, that has been the entire top 5 characters in World War II Zombies. Hope you guys agreed with the list because it was fan voted by you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.